Hey, my truth seekers, how are you guys doing? Trying to make sure that I get everything okay. So, how are you doing? Welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, and Logical Speak. She is going to send us back to school, man. It's time for us to re educate our people, especially when it comes to the accomplishments of our own people. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dive into about Callers King. So we're going to talk about Callers King many accomplishments since we got these little new YouTubers. It looked like they just coming out of nowhere, and feel like, who is Callers King? Callers King, trust me. He got many belts, opened many doors for many people. So I see my girls in the house, Logical Speak. So let me go ahead and let her up. But again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine buys. And also we got Logical Speak. Look, this is her day, okay? This right here is her day. But before I go ahead and let her in, let me make sure that I put in my disclaimer. I want to go ahead and make sure that I got all this together. So let me go ahead and read the disclaimer. Disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Also, I see my girl in the house misbehaving. Is fun. Yes, indeed, guys. Make sure you go ahead and check out her channel, Misbehaving. She says, good afternoon. In my opinion, I'd be driving and listening. Okay, drive safely. Okay. Yes, indeed. Make sure you go ahead and go to Misbehaving channel. And also I see my girl in the house, in my opinion. She says ready and waiting. So guys, let's go ahead and we going to let Logical speak on. And again, guys, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and nine buys. And we not here just to sit there and talk about people. We here to sit there and educate you, okay? We gonna educate you because it is time for us to sit there and tell the truth. Stop sitting there trying to be jealous of other people's accomplishments. Call King, trust me, he is a force to be reckoned with, guys. Yes, indeed. So I went ahead and dropped the mic for a Logical Speak. So I'm just waiting for her to come in. So in the meanwhile, guys, let me go ahead and play my intro and we'll be right back with you. I see Logical, she's in the backstage. So I'm gonna play my intro, and after that, we're going to go ahead and get on with the show. Yes, indeed. I love it. So let me go ahead and add up Logic. How are you doing, Lodge?
I'm fine, Lady D. How are you this evening?
Doing great, doing great. Are
Good,
you
good.
ready to sit there and re-educate our people, especially when it comes to this black man?
I am so ready, and I hope I do Mr. Carlos King justice.
I believe I know for a fact you will. But how do you like my little intro, girl?
I love your intro. You are so creative, Lady D.
Thank
I
you very
love it. I love
much.
it. I love it.
Thank you very,
Yes.
very much. Yes, indeed. So look, the floor is yours, girl. You just go ahead and have your way, okay?
Okay. I want to speak to, in my opinion, Misbehaving. And who else is in the chat?
In my opinion.
Okay. Good evening, ladies.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. Lady D and I have dedicated this evening to Mr. Carlos King and all of his trailblazing accomplishments. Okay, I'm going to start by saying Mr. Carlos King was born on October 2nd, 1979, in Detroit, Michigan. He is one of 10 siblings. Um, I believe that makes him about 44 or 45 years old. I didn't really, do the math. I didn't really get into his personal life because I believe that's kind of private and for him to divulge. But I did find out that he graduated from Wayne University with a
Okay.
bachelor's degree in mass communications. He also attended Hunter College. In 2004, after college, he was hired as a assistant producer for ABC News.
Wow, that is new. I didn't know
That's
that.
pretty cool.
ABC, yes, very
Fresh out of
cool.
college. Now,
Wow.
remember, that was in 2004. We are in the year of 2024. So this is a 20-year history of Carlos King's accomplishments.
Wow.
That ain't no short walk. 20 years of expertise in the field of production, mass communications productions.
Wow.
Okay, next in 2005, Carlos worked for BET as a producer.
Wow.
That's
I
pretty
didn't know
cool.
that either. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so he left ABC News and went to BET and worked in their production, within their production company. Okay, 2007, he was hired as an associate producer for BET. I believe he might have been in 2005. He might have had a mediocre position at BET, and then he was elevated to associate producer for BET. Moving forward in 2008, he was hired as an associate producer for Bravo.
Okay. 2008.
2008. Uh, Going on, some of the productions that he has uh, been executive producer of, which I did not know, was Tardy for the Wedding. So I think that was Kim Zolciak's wedding to her current husband. I think,
And
huh?
and when you had when you came up with tardy for the wedding, I was shocked because I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah.
So
He
when you had
produced that.
said Bravo, so when you had said, he had worked for Bravo in 2008, that's he came aboard when Real Housewives of Atlanta was on the scene, or it was before that?
Um, that was his first job with the Bravo network as a
When
producer in
when Real Housewives of
2008.
Atlanta came on the scene, right?
Yeah, it's coming on down the
Okay.
line. Okay,
Oh,
he
so
did
he
talk.
was there before Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Um, he was hired by Bravo in
Okay.
2008 as a producer.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. He did Tardy for the Wedding, and then he went on and did actually Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 25.
And what network is that?
I believe, I'm not sure. I want to
I think
say
it's We.
VH1
Okay,
at
VH1,
that time.
yes. I think I remember
Um,
that one.
he also is now producing Bold and Bougie, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage Detroit, Collective. Let me see what else. I got to let me get back to my notes here. Bell Collective. Let's tear that one out. This man has been busy for 20
Yes.
years.
And that's why I don't understand, but then again, I understand most of these new content creators just coming on, just
Hmm.
spewing all that hate, running on this millimeter train. So they don't take the time to, educate or know who are the ones that's really running the show.
Right, right, right. Let me see. It's another list here. All his
Misbehaving said Mr. Caller's Renee, what is his name? Renee King was with Real Housewives of Atlanta from day one. Okay, from day one.
right.
Reginald, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
Reginald.
Carlos Reginald King.
Yes.
I just put Carlos R. King here. Let me see what else did I have on this list. Hmm.
So, guys, what we're doing right now, logical speak, she's talking about Carlos King many accomplishments and many doors that he have opened. So he just didn't, started with on TV, with
Right.
Love and Marriage in Huntsville and a few other shows that's on that network. He's been in the game for many, many years.
Absolutely. And I heard some people say that well, with some fans of the show, say that uh Love and Marriage Huntsville and him working with Melody put him on the map, but that's not correct. He made
That's
her
not
an
true.
audience.
Absolutely. That's why I wanted to go ahead and do this right here because when I saw that, I just said, I just didn't understand. But then again, who are the ones behind this, all
Right.
this right here? So quite obvious they're going to do something like that. But I see
Mhm.
misbehaving. She say callers was with Mona Scott Young at the start of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. So you see, he
Mhm.
have many accomplishments around his belt. Also, she says, "Thank you for this life. We have to recognize our legends and trailblazers every chance we get." Absolutely.
So here are some
Absolutely.
more of his accomplishments and productions. He produced Love, Hollywood Divas, and the
Hmm.
Next 15. Also on TV One, he produced Selling in the ATL on WeTV. He also produced My Super Sweet. I had never heard of these shows. Super
Hmm.
Sweet 16. Okay, what else here do we have? Uh, there's so many. Okay, we said Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Misbehaving. She says, "I'm parked. I can't even drive because I'm texting." Oh, no, 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 girl. Drive. Get to your destination. Just watch the replay. She said MTV is super sweet 16.
Okay, I've never watched that show. Didn't even know he
Y-
had anything to do with it.
yes. I didn't know either.
Absolutely.
I was shocked with ABC News. Now that's the one I was really shocked with. I
Right.
didn't know that because
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought that he
shocked.
was only on TV and Bravo. I didn't know that, he did ABC. He started out with ABC News.
Right. That was his first job. Another
Yes.
show called The Stroll. He also executive produced a show, Grown in Gospel. I never saw that show. I didn't know anything about that show.
Hmm.
He is was an executive producer of that show. Of course, Reality with the King, he's the executive producer of. Another show called My Killer Body with, I think this was Kim, K. Michelle.
Okay.
He
I didn't know that
executive
either.
produced that. I didn't know. I had never heard of that show.
So as you can see, he opened many, many doors.
Many
Many,
doors.
many doors.
My Killer Body. I think K. Michelle did have some problems with her cosmetic surgeries, with her implants, and he
Hmm.
executive produced that show.
Okay.
He
Then
also,
him and
huh?
then not to cut you off, but then Carlos King and Candy Boris' husband Ty Tucker, they was into something as well.
I know Todd did work with under Carlos King on some
Yes.
productions. I'm not quite sure which one, except for the Atlanta Housewives.
Hmm.
Because remember, Candy met Todd. Todd was a producer on the show, working for Carlos King.
Okay.
Okay, also he put executive produced the Encore. I think that was some type of singing show, musical show. I'm not sure. I never watched it. He also produced a show called Beyond Every Man.
Oh,
Never heard of that. Another production was Gucci Man and Keisha, which Keisha Kaora, the main event. I've heard of Gucci Mane, but I don't know anything about him.
oh. Hmm.
But yeah, he executive produced that show. He has a 20-year history of executive producing many shows.
Did you
So
hear that, guys? 20-year
20
history.
years,
So do
starting in
not try to
2004.
diminish. Do not try to diminish anyone's. accomplishment, especially when it
especially
comes to
Carlos King.
Call is King.
Yep,
A 20-year, right?
20-year history, starting in 2004, producing executive producer shows. So I don't know where these people get the idea that Melody gave him a platform.
Wow, I
She
was
made him
shocked.
famous. That's crazy.
I was shocked. That's why I said, we got to do some research when it comes to Call is King because
Yeah,
they were even making videos, it just to show you how people, when they don't like a person, they try to get everybody on board, to start hating one another and not even knowing the real facts. And also, guys, make sure you go ahead and check out my community tab because I'm going to be doing some fact checking. I'm going to be putting some things on my community tab, putting out the truth because too many false lies has been
yeah,
spreaded. So it's time to nip that in the bud. Also, misbehaving say callers isn't called the king of rain TV for nothing. Absolutely.
absolutely. He
Absolutely.
earned that title as king of reality TV.
Mm,
I
mm,
mean,
mm,
our
mm.
reality TV. He
Yes,
earned it.
indeed.
Absolutely. He was not given that shine by Melody Hope. He wasn't. He earned it. 20 years worth of work, a great education, and frankly, to me, Carlos King always have a upbeat personality. He tries to be nice to everybody. He's always got a smile on his face. Now I know sometimes we get a little, upset with Carlos because things are not going the way that we want them to go.
Hmm.
But I find him to be a genuine person about what he do.
Absolutely.
Miss
Absolutely.
Behaven is saying that Carlos. Okay, she said Carlos King and Todd created Hollywood.
Hollywood, yes, I remember,
Okay.
and I think some stuff had came between that, and that's why. And I'm gonna say allegedly they had that big
Uh-huh.
old fallout. I
Uh-huh.
think they was going to court behind stuff like that. But
Oh
yes,
wow.
Hollywood diva, yes. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, those also are saying that he has produced, executive produced some of the shows on The Bachelor.
Wow.
I didn't know that, but it's saying it, here. So I just wanted, to present some of his history. You know,
Misbehaving say it, Miss Logical speak.
his
Yes.
20 years. I mean, he's not new to the game. He is
No,
true to the game, as we
20-year
say.
history. Yes.
Yeah,
20-year history. I mean, straight out of college.
right. 2004 is when he started working in the field of executive producer. So I wanted to let these people know that the Love and Marriage Huntsville and Melody Hope did not put Carlos King on the executive producer map. He provided a platform for her to shine. She
Absolutely,
was
because
the
we never even heard of a Melody
right,
Holt until Colas King sat there and put her on a show.
right. No, he gave her a platform. He brought her out. If she had never met Carlos King, we would not know who Melody Holt is. We wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Me either.
You know. So
It's
yeah, I
not like
wanted
she's
to.
that not she definitely not that entertaining, and that's not hating at all, that's facts. But
Yeah,
we
I
don't know
agree.
her outside of Love and Marriage in Huntsville.
Right, the ensemble cast makes the show great, not her.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely,
I enjoy Marcel. I think he is very sarcastic, funny,
hmm,
intelligent. Yeah.
absolutely.
I enjoy Martell. I enjoy all of them. I don't enjoy Melody,
Hmm.
but everybody
Yeah,
else on the show, it's
I,
okay.
I I think because she took the show to an all-time low, and
Yeah,
also when it comes to people accomplishments, it's like no one can prosper or be into the front light unless it's her. But when we heard about how they were sitting there trying to diminish Carlos King
right.
accomplishments, I say no, the buck stopped right there.
Yeah, they're gonna have to put some respect on Carlos King's name.
Most
You know,
definitely, most
absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah, he is a professional. He's
Yes.
educated, and he has experience in the field of executive producer that has spanned 20 years in the
20
business.
years. Did you so now run with that, guys? Go ahead and retrack your or we could make some reaction videos and
Right.
come out with the truth. So run with that. Don't run with all those lies.
Yeah,
Please
they're
stop
not
running
gonna
with
just
those
keep on
lies.
beating up Carlos King.
No,
I don't know what's wrong with these women. They seem to hate men, black men
I,
specifically.
I think so too.
And
Like I said there and said, it got to be something behind the scene for these people to sit there and think that they going to get away with all that false information.
yeah, no, Carlos is a professional,
Yes,
and they
indeed.
need to know
Yes,
that. Um,
absolutely.
I don't get it.
Absolutely, I don't either. But let me go ahead and read this little what I pulled up about Carlos King here.
Okay,
I put Carlos King a trailblazer in entertainment and a champion of empowerment. Carlos King has established all his career in the entertainment industry, leaving an indelible mark as a renowned producer and talent manager. With his exceptional talents and expertise, he has played a pivotal role in the creation of numerous hit reality TV shows and had the privilege of collaborating with a plethora of influential celebrities. So, he also collabed with many celebrities. So, not just producing, he opened many doors. And also
absolutely,
it says beyond his remarkable achievement in the entertainment world, Coles is also widely recognized for his unwavering commitment to philanthropy and empowering others. He
yeah,
has demonstrated an extraordinary, extraordinary dedication to making a positive difference in the lives of individuals for all walks of life. Carlos King, a philanthropist endeavor intent far and wide, as he has initiated several impactful programs, which you just name all those programs, aim at supporting underprivileged communities. So most of these
right,
people that he's putting, on these major platforms, some of these people we never even known. He's
yeah,
giving them a face.
absolutely,
It's not like he's pulling up celebrities, but he's pulling up people, like people that we never heard, people
yeah,
that would never even dreamt of going to Hollywood and being on a major platform. So all that right there is a plus. And also it
absolutely,
says, and offering promises opportunity to aspiring professionals. Through his initiative, he has opened doors for countless individuals, providing them with the chance to pursue their dreams and achieve success. Carlos King passion for empowerment people no bond, and his continued effort has solidified his stature as an influential trailblazer in this industry. His
absolutely,
unwavering commitment to uplift others serve as an inspiration to all, reminding us of the profound impact one individual can have on the world. Carlos King remarkable journey is the entertainment industry, coupled with a true role model and a beacon of hope for aspiring talents and community in need. This man is helping people that normally would never be on a major platform like Bravo TV and OWN Network and We TV and other networks. So don't try to diminish other people accomplishments when you don't know anything about. So I think that logical what they should do, the ones that sitting there saying that they never heard of a Carlos King, I
hmm,
think that they should come out after hearing this right here and apologize. But we already know how these
they
demons is. They
probably won't.
Yeah, no, no, no,
Yeah,
not at all. Not at all.
and truth be told, uh, the Atlanta Housewives was the best during the years when Carlos King was producing it.
He helped put it on the map. Him
Yeah,
and Nene Leakes,
yeah,
they helped put that network on the map. Nobody heard of now. Absolutely, we could say that. I know I haven't heard of a Bravo TV. I heard of it, but I wasn't checking for it. I
right.
think that when Carlos King and Real Housewives of Atlanta came on the scene, it's like they gave life to that network.
Yes, yes. I heard at one time the Atlanta Housewives would get like 5 million views
Wow,
per episode.
absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
so they gonna have to put some respect on Carlos King name, respect him for the executive giant that he is in the
Yes.
production of reality TV. Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
And
But
also the many doors he opened.
for everybody, including Melody Hope, because we wouldn't even know who she was if it
That's
wasn't for
it.
Carlos King giving her a platform. In case how people don't know him, they dogging him out. He don't fight back, which I guess he cannot.
Hmm.
But yeah, over here, Carlos King is respected. Now, yeah, we don't like some of the moves that's being made. We feel like he should take certain aspects of Love and Marriage Huntsville and clean it up. I'm hoping and praying he will moving forward.
Yes.
Get
And I
rid
think
of the demons on the show.
absolutely. And I think he is fighting back. His fighting back is to continue producing shows and continue opening doors and being a beacon to his people, his
Yeah.
community. So like I said, I think if they go ahead right now and ice out Melody, I don't think we would ever hear from her again because
I doubt it.
I don't think no one else going to open doors for her because they already saw how she play her hands.
Well, they can see how she appreciates the platform that Carlos provided her so that she could
Absolutely.
be known all over the United States. Her name could be known. I mean, these other networks can see how she appreciates Carlos King. And that's not at all. It's sad.
Boy, I would sit there. I don't have to bow at his feet, but I also
No.
would thank him. No way in the world that I would go over his head and go to HR and try to report someone that opened the door, gave me an opportunity that, especially when I didn't have no talent. All I was riding off of my trauma.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, she don't have to kiss his feet, but at least instruct her cult members to stop
Mhm.
disrespecting her employee and the man that gave her a platform so that she can
Absolutely.
make the money that she's making.
Absolutely. So, guys, go run and tell that. Go and
Yeah,
tell that how Carlos King been in the game for 20 years.
20
Even
years.
started out with ABC News, BET, Bravo, WeTV,
MTV.
MTV, own network. So this man, like I say, he just didn't come from out of nowhere. He just didn't show up. This
Right.
man been in the game
No,
straight
he's not
out
fly
of
by night.
college. Straight out of college. And I think that he should be awarded. He should be honored because this man opened doors for his people, people that wouldn't normally have doors that would be open for him. He opened the
Absolutely.
doors and empowered his people that don't have no acting background, people that never been on the screen. He opened
Absolutely.
doors. So
Yep.
try not to diminish something or try to demonize something that you don't have no knowledge about. I see my girls in the house, Bertha. She says, "Good
Tell
afternoon,
Bertha.
Lady D and Diaz." Diaz. Okay, Diaz.
Ah,
She getting us a new name,
ah,
Diaz,
okay,
huh?
DS. All right,
Yes,
Bertha.
indeed.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah,
We respect Carlos King over here. We respect men,
absolutely.
black men. Period. There is no
Absolutely.
black men hate group over here.
Not
Now
at
we know
all.
that our men are not perfect, but we
And
support
we going to
black
call
men.
it out. And we going to
Yeah,
call it out.
we're gonna call it out. We're gonna give them some grace, and we're gonna wish them well. We are not going to demonize black men. I don't demonize black men.
That's it. I'm gonna call him out because I feel that a lot of things that will call this king, the way that he ran a lot of things I didn't like. I
Right,
think especially I was very upset with Carlos King when he sat there and made a monster out of Melody, especially when he
right,
went down there to little old Huntsville and crowned her and made her head more bigger than what
right.
she is already is. I think that he should have met with the entire cast. So even with Martell, when it comes to infidelity, I'm gonna call him out, but
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit there and try to diminish their accomplishments. I'm not going to do
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, we don't do that over here. I
No,
mean,
no,
nobody's perfect. The guys have made some mistakes, but they are some good men. They're good
absolutely.
black men. So I'm giving them the props, and I'm starting with Mr. Carlos King. We appreciate you over here. We respect you,
Yes, we
and we
do.
honor you and your executive productions of the 20-year history of your executive producing great shows.
Yes. And now you see why he didn't come out, because we used to always wonder why callers, never address, all the stuff that is going on Love and Marriage and Husband. He don't have to, because like I said, all the accomplishments that's around his belt speaks for itself.
Yeah.
If you don't, like he said, if they don't want to show up for work, he got many people in his DM that's ready to go ahead
Ready
and
to
work.
work.
So one monkey don't stop no show, okay?
Yeah. He's a nice guy, and that's probably part of his downfall because
Hmm.
some of his employees, he needed to pull a coat and let them know, you work for me. I don't work for you. You
Absolutely.
show up to work and you interact with your cast. You are not superior over the cast. You know?
Absolutely. But it's to me logical. It's like a generation occurs, especially when it comes to our people, how, when we bless, we try to extend our hand and help our fellow
Yeah.
brother to pick them back up. But it's like, we take each other for granted. Every
Yeah.
time when we try to help our own people, it's like they get so comfortable. Oh, finally we got someone that looked like us. So instead of we helping each other grow, what we try to do, we try to tear it
Tear
down,
them
or
down.
we want what they have, because that reminds me of my business. How when I had my home health, how,
Hmm.
they was coming in, and
Hmm.
instead of they working for me, they trying to sit there and figure out how I got what I got. So it reminds me of Melody, how, now callers had opened the door for her. Now she want what's callers got.
Absolutely.
You don't know what it took for callers to get where he's at today. He just not no spring chicken that just all of a sudden just came out of nowhere. This man got a 20 history of accomplishments around his belt. Bertha
Working for
says,
different networks over a 20
different,
year history.
different,
Yeah.
different.
And you
Uh,
have to be a pretty good person to be able to go from one
Absolutely.
network to the next and be able to work and present your shows.
And who
Yeah.
network that we know about when it comes to Melody? And nobody hate no Melody. It's just the fact that, guys, you need to stop putting out that false information. Stop
Right.
trying to sit there and sabotage people accomplishment. I hate that, especially when our own people do it to each other.
Yeah.
Bertha says, from what you are saying through Real Housewives, who is Real Housewives
Um,
of B? I don't know who Real Housewives of
maybe
B
she
was.
means Beverly Hills
Hills, yes.
was
R
the first.
RHOB was the
Mhm.
first of the Real Housewives. It was through Carlos King that the interest point, what they say, point was made into the genre for black women. Oh, I didn't know
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it
you
was just
see.
the white ones in the beginning. It was
Also,
a
he
black
started
show.
off with the white ones, and then he
Yeah.
wanted to open doors for his community,
Right. And he did.
and he
Yeah.
did.
So yeah, we're gonna put some respect on Carlos King name over
Yes,
here.
yes. I would
Yeah.
never look at him the same no more. Because
Oh,
I didn't know that he was that great. He lived by his name. Call us, what it is,
the king of reality
the
TV.
king of reality TV.
Yeah, he earned that crown.
Yes,
Now,
he
I didn't know
did.
he had executive produced so many shows. I didn't know that he had such extensive history in
Hmm.
executive producing reality TV. I
Wow.
think he did work on New Jersey some years and Beverly Hills. He worked on those white shows also.
Wow.
You know.
And when you
So
had
yeah,
said something about the tardy for the party wedding, I didn't
yeah.
know that.
I
I
didn't
didn't
know
know
that.
he was a part of that as well.
Yeah, and I believe her show. What was the name of her show? Don't
Tardy for
be
the
tardy.
party.
Don't be
Don't be
tardy for the
party.
party.
Yes.
He was executive producer on that show also. So
Hmm.
yeah, Carlos has a extensive. He knows this game. He
Yes.
knows what to do. Of course, there are some. It's gonna be some twerks or ticks and everything.
Hmm.
But the shows have been great and can be great again. He just got to get the cast together.
That's it. Go ahead and I hope you're listening, Carlos King.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and get those bad apples out, because one bad apple will spoil the entire batch. So if they don't want to come to work, and they don't want to sit there and abide by the rules and play
Mhm.
the game, then let them go,
Yeah.
let them go. because all we see right now is just a front. Right now it's just a front. These people not about that life. What I think it is logical, they are faking it until they make it. But when it
Yeah.
comes to Call is king, he is the king of reality TV.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
And if Love and Marriage Huntsville goes away, Carlos is
Mhm.
going to create another show somewhere
Absolutely.
else.
You ain't
You
gonna
know,
stop it. You ain't gonna stop him, honey.
not at all. There are 50 states in this union, and he can go to any state he want and create a show. We prefer that he work within the black straight states and keep promoting black shows, which we enjoy. But Love and Marriage Huntsville is not going to stop him. You
Absolutely.
know?
Bertha said, laugh out loud. The only eye roll I have is that token white girl he had to have for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Go figure. Oh my God. Talk about it. Oh my
I think
God.
that white girl was Nini's friend.
That's
I
Kim
think Nini,
Zolciak. Kim
yeah,
Zolciak.
Kim Zolciak. Nini
Hmm.
brought her on, and he hired
Hmm.
her. You know, she
And
didn't
he
really
still
fit
like her. He
in.
still like her because
Yeah,
didn't
he
he?
do.
Yeah, because he helped her with the toilet for
Right.
the wedding, whatever that is.
I don't think
And
she fit
also,
in well, but
no,
you
no.
know,
I think she had fit in at first until she got a big head. Everybody was
yeah,
shining a light on her because she was the only, white person there. And I
right.
think it went to her head because she
What
really was
what
not
Bertha
about that
called her?
life.
What
Hmm?
Bertha called her a token white girl.
Yeah, yeah. In my
Oh
opinion,
Lord.
say, hey, lady, hey, my opinion, how are you
Hey,
doing?
in my opinion,
Yes, 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 yes.
yeah, in my opinion, we are giving Carlos King his flowers today.
Yes. So if you got something that you know about it, we gonna drop the link. You are welcome to go ahead and talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We're
So
gonna
I'm gonna go
give the
ahead.
king his flowers.
Yeah, give him his flowers now because we already see that these I don't know what to call these melanuts just coming out of nowhere,
Yeah.
not doing their research. And most likely they probably know, but they
Maybe they
cannot
don't
sit there
know.
and do. I think they just hate to see any good besides from what they cult leader talks about. They
Right.
only
They do
see,
listen to her.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if I hate this person, then
Yeah.
we all hate that person. It's
Right.
like they cannot think for themselves.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because
That's sad.
Carlos has over a 20-year history of executive production.
Yes.
And the idea that they feel like Melody shined a light on him is crazy. And for her to
Mm-mm-mm.
allow them to roll with that, she knows Carlos's history. She could clean up her people and make them understand, don't dog out my boss. Give him
That's
some
it.
respect because he gave me a platform so that I could be inspiration to you guys.
Absolutely.
No.
And I think that, where she went wrong, you don't burn bridges.
Oh
And by
yeah.
she's going over she
Mhm.
went over Carlos King head,
Yeah.
then I think right there nobody will work with her. They're gonna look at her as very difficult to work with.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's disrespecting your employer, your
Yes.
boss. I wouldn't work with her. I mean, if I had a production company or I was producing a
Mhm.
show, she could not work for me based on how she's treated Carlos King.
Absolutely. And I think that they won't work with her because Carlos, like I say, he got 20 years in the industry.
Yeah.
So everybody knows Carlos King. So, okay, if I go over Carlos King head just for
Mhm.
someone that is really, not that known, I'm just like, I'm playing Russian roulette with my life. You understand what I'm saying? I'm
Absolutely.
killing my career. So what person that
Absolutely.
going to go over someone that got 20 years around their belt just to sit there and get this little whatever with this big head from little old Huntsville? Make it make sense.
Okay. Yeah, somebody need to pull her coat.
Absolutely.
Purpose.
Hey,
Hey, in
hey,
my opinion,
how are you doing?
what you got, girl?
Hello,
What you
beautiful
got?
things. How are y'all doing today?
So
Great,
what you
great.
think about we honoring Carlos King? What you think about the research that we came up with?
I think if Carlos can stick to the mission and show people's real lives, we will be happy with that.
I agree.
Mhm. Absolutely. But what about, the accomplishments that, Logical and Logical went ahead and pulled out all the accomplishments that, he did, starting, with ABC News,
In
and BET.
2004. Yeah.
And Bravo, I didn't know anything about that. Did you? The many
Well, I knew
accomplishments?
about the Bravo. I didn't know before Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing. Carlos has always been the messier side of reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole table flipping scene on New Jersey, that was his idea. He was the one that slid up under the table and gave the book. So he's always knew exactly what to give people to make reality TV. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, it's iconic scene. It's
Mm-hmm.
disturbing, but it's iconic nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. Misbehaving says Real Housewives OC and Real Housewives of New York wasn't bringing the ratings until Real Housewives arrived on the scene the third time. It's a charm. Absolutely. Raindrops.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I always talked about it. When it came to Call King and Real Housewives of Atlanta, they put the engine in that dying network because nobody
Yeah.
really was not even checking for uh, what you call that,
Nothing
New
on
York
Bravo.
and
Yeah.
Orange County and all those
Hmm.
other different shows.
Every
So,
now and
like I
then I
say,
would watch New Jersey, but I
okay,
didn't get really involved
I'm
or
talking about New Jersey
into.
came after Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? Or it was before?
I think it was before. I'm not sure,
Oh, okay,
but I
okay.
wasn't
No, it was
interested
after.
in.
It was
It was
after.
after.
It was after.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
Roa came out like in the fall, I think, and then I
I think it
think
was '08. Um, Housewives of Atlanta came out in 2008, I believe.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to Google that. But anyway, I wasn't interested in it until the Atlanta Housewives was popping,
Me
and then I
too.
would watch
Misbehaving says after.
after. Okay, okay. Yeah, I watched New Jersey a little bit, but Atlanta was my thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, always have been. You know, I buy
yeah, New
through
Jersey
Amazon
started in
Prime.
2009.
Okay.
Hmm. So it's
And
New
remember, Carlos
Jersey.
in Atlanta, he was Sheree's producer. He started off being Sheree's producer.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Well, no wonder. I know he said he's known her a long time, and they are very, very, very good friends. Him and
Yes, he was
Sheree.
Hmm.
Sheree's producer on Roa, and on New Jersey, he was Teresa's producer.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. You know. So,
Mm-mm. Like I say,
uh-uh.
I like to see, especially when now people accomplish things,
Yeah.
because what they are doing is they open doors, to allow us to tell our story. But
Right.
I just hope that they stick to their original plan, and not allow people to sit there and turn them and sway them and try to make something so good even spoken of.
Yeah.
Misbehaving says selling Atlanta was Cherie's reality show. Yeah, it was supposed to have been her, but I think someone had took it from under her, right?
Yeah. Carlos. Well, she presented it to
Mm-hmm.
Carlos, and he kind of went behind her back and
Shady callers.
I and didn't involve her in it, and he produced
Okay.
and created the show. It didn't last long though.
Oh, it didn't.
No, I watched it a little bit, but it really didn't last long. Yeah,
Uh
but Sheree don't seem to hold any grudges
huh.
uh, to Carlos about him stealing her idea.
Most likely, she probably didn't
Yeah,
even want to do it
like
because
in
if she
my
wanted
opinion,
to,
he is a little shady.
yeah, because if she really wanted to do it, I think that she would have sat there and she would have held that grudge until Kingdom Come because you know how it is when it comes to Sheree.
Yeah, but he could have involved her in it since she brought the idea to him.
Yes.
But they seem to be okay. They still seem to be friends. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I think him and Nene might be working something out. They're not going to come out and say it, but I truly
Hmm.
believe because they've been together for quite a while. So I
Uh-huh.
think they're working up something. And I also wish that he worked up with he was playing on Love and Marriage in Huntsville, not Love and Marriage in Huntsville, Married to Medicine, Mariah Hugh. Uh,
Hmm.
worked something out with her,
Yeah.
and
I
they
think
all,
he and Nene were talking about touring
mhm.
together and doing podcasts. And
Yeah,
that
but
would be cool.
what did you say? You think that Nene is not going to work well with Carlos King? But I
Ah,
think they will. But you said that said because King, how Nene Leakes is. She got that
yeah, she got that
ownership.
type A personality. Carlos
Yes.
can barely manage Melody. And to
Mm-hmm.
me, Nene is a stronger personality than even Melody Hope. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he would have to really be able to rear Nene in. But I think Nene kind of likes Carlos, so maybe
I
she
think
can
so
just
too. She'll
run
work.
all over him. I don't know.
Cause the problem, this is probably most likely what Carlos King probably say. Long as you bring in money, look, you do your thing, girl.
Run over me, child. Step on me.
Run over me, step over me, whatever you want to
Ah.
do.
So maybe they can get something going. I mean, he has so many irons in the fire right now with all of his
Absolutely.
shows. I can't see how because he really don't have time to pay attention to his shows. He has so much going on.
Yes,
That's how
yes.
Huntsville has gotten so out of control because he cannot be there. You
And I
know,
think he's the type of person, he's not going to show his hand. So
right?
I think that if he would have came out and did what then he's probably say, I'm damn if I do, damn don't. If it don't work, then oh well. You see what I'm saying? At least one thing
Yeah.
I can say that I went ahead and gave them the opportunity. So if they sit there and they take that gift and
Hmm.
destroy it, that's up to them. That's something on them.
I think it's a possibility of having entirely too much shows that he cannot
Hmm.
give his total attention to. He got Bell
Hmm.
Collective, DC, Detroit, and Huntsville. What else? Bold and Bougie. That's too much.
So Bold and Bougie, I thought they had canceled that show.
No, no, no. It got
Oh,
picked up
oh,
for a
it's
second
still.
season. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's where the one was on Basketball Wives. What's her name?
Oh,
And
somebody
don't
on
forget
there.
that show he got with the Christian kids.
Malaysia,
Oh, yeah,
Malaysia. The Christian
yeah.
kids.
He got so many
Yeah,
shows.
he got a
Wow.
show that has Pastor
Is
the
that
Clark
grown in gospel?
sister, the Clark sister daughter is on there, and then John
Oh,
P.
wow.
Key's daughter
I
is
didn't
on
know that.
there.
What chat what's network is that?
They come on WeTV.
Oh, is that
Okay. What
grown in
day?
gospel? I'm not sure. It's so
That's
many of
exactly
them.
it. Grown in gospel.
Yeah, it's so many.
What days that come on? I'm gonna have to check
Child,
that
I
out.
don't know. I don't. I watch a
Well, the
bold and
season is not
bougie.
on yet, but it comes on Saturdays.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So he got his so many irons in the fire. He cannot be in 20 different places at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And Huntsville needs some attention. Or else it's gonna be lost.
DC
I
needs some attention too, though.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
correct. That's correct. DC too, because they running amok over there.
yeah.
Yep.
What I think, like I said, what I would do when it comes to Love and Marriage and Husband, I don't know too much about DC because I never really watched that show.
Hmm.
But I would think, since they are an ensemble group, I think that what they should do is, all come together and just go ahead and vote the weakest link out. Vote her out.
Hmm.
Anybody that don't want to be a
The
team player.
troublemaker, huh? Get rid
Yeah.
of the troublemaker.
Yes.
Do you watch DC? In my opinion,
Who, me?
in my opinion,
What is that? Oh, in my opinion. Oh,
Love and
okay.
Marriage DC.
She's talking to you in my opinion.
I don't know if she watches it or not. I was just wondering what she find is the problem on DC. We know Melody is the problem over here.
Mhm.
I find Joy and Clifton to be a problem for DC. That's my
Mhm.
opinion. They didn't really have the problems that they have now until he brought Joy and Clifton on the show.
Mhm.
But I could be wrong. Yep, I don't know. Misbehaving watches that show or not. Yeah, but
Well, one thing we know, he's not a spring chicken, so make sure you
right.
don't try to go in and diminish whether you like him or not.
Yeah, don't
Don't
diminish
diminish it.
his
Yes,
stardom. Yeah, 20 years. That's a long
20
time.
20 years.
Yeah, let
And
me feel
BT,
professional.
ABC News. I mean, I'm very, wow. I'm
Yeah,
going to look at him really different because, this
MTV,
man had accomplished a
BET.
lot.
Yeah, We TV, Bravo,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
now on network. That man has accomplished a lot on several different networks, which
Yes.
makes him a professional to me.
So I wonder what made Melody, have the audacity to go over his head,
Mm,
knowing that he can shut a door permanently for her,
that's a
because
good
he the
question.
one sat there and gave her a lifeline.
Narcissistic behavior is what made her crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and a
Absolutely.
superiority complex.
These millimeters have done pushed her head up to the sky, and she thinks she's unstoppable.
Uh-huh. Well, I got
Absolutely.
news for her. Because I don't know if y'all been checking out Sherelle's world, but girl, she on fire over there.
That's it. That's
I was
it.
just that's where I just came from, baby.
Yeah.
Boy, Anthony was on the live, and I was like, "Not they reading them together."
Oh, baby, they are
Wow.
snatching that butt all the way. Her Anthony Lofties is on there, and
Wow. Oh, they
Sherelle
they
is
on
playing.
they on now?
They were right before I
It
came
just
on your
went, yeah,
show.
it just went off.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the update now? Because I know she said she was going to be dropping more receipts, when it comes to all those lawsuits that's out. So what's the update of all the stuff that is going on now?
Well,
Well, so
she's
allegedly,
uh,
these while these people are fighting in the streets, they
Mhm.
still fighting a frivolous lawsuit, and they weren't smart enough to get an attorney to file the right paperwork to get
uh,
it dismissed. So if they don't hurry up and file it because the deadline is coming up, guess what? They're gonna get a default judgment, and they're gonna owe this lady $10 million.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So a lady is suing them as well?
She's
Whoever
a
is,
she's
go
a
ahead, in my
subscriber.
opinion.
She's a subscriber, but she's also a lawyer. So it don't cost her nothing to file a frivolous lawsuit.
Also, a lawyer is suing content creators?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and we don't
Wow.
know her identity. Do you know her identity? In my opinion,
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I think she goes by anonymous. Am I mistaken? Am I correct?
Okay. So what did they do to her? Was she was on Love and Marriage in Huntsville or something?
Uh-uh.
She said she was bullied for her
Yep.
comments.
Oh,
Yep.
she was being bullied in the comments.
Right, right.
And
And I think it's 8 people that she's suing. 8 content creators,
nine.
correct?
Wow.
It was nine.
9? It's
It was
9.
9.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
9. And
And
Sherelle gave the
two of them has got
names.
theirs dismissed.
Huh?
Two of them has got theirs dismissed, but the other ones have not.
Well,
Oh wow.
I wish Misbehaving go after them because I still cannot even phantom how they went ahead and talked about her son. I mean, that was horrible.
Yeah, we got
Misbehaving
the
said your YouTuber's name is anonymous and she's
yeah,
a former millimeter. Oh,
yeah.
so she was a former millimeter and they went ahead and turned on her most likely, huh?
Oh girl, they dogged her out.
And
So
also,
horrible.
Misbehaving says, I can respond. Miss Logical, I watch LEMDC. Joel and Clifton are being used as
It's
pawns. There's
fine.
a
She
power
put
struggle between Ashley and
in
Aaron.
Raina.
And I like what Pepper said. Pepper said, Sherelle is snatching all their edges out.
Yeah, Sherelle ain't no joke, boy.
Yes, but you don't remember when I went on my community tab because when
Uh-huh.
I get a prophecy, I don't care. I'm going to sit there and I'm gonna say what thus says. I'm gonna speak it out because, like I said, I got some messy ancestors. You see what I'm saying? And
Okay.
I remember when I had came on and I sit there and I saw many lawsuits that was going to be filed, and I'm gonna pull that up so you guys can see it.
Wow.
Yes, go to my community tab and you're going to see that I saw in the spirit many lawsuits that was going to be filed if these content creators don't pump their brakes. And all this right here is Bible prophecies. These prophecies come to pass
Well,
because
yeah.
you
Look at
don't
how many
play
lawsuits
dirty
is
like
coming
that.
out. I think Anthony Lofties has a lawsuit.
Hmm.
This particular lawsuit here, and then Maurice Scott has a lawsuit. All of this is coming. And
And
Melody
don't
and
forget
Mark
about Stormy got one too.
Stormy
Oh,
too.
Stormy got one too.
Stormy has one against BT.
Oh
Wow.
wow, that's a lot.
Wow.
Something got to be done about that show.
And I hope Misbehaving, I hope she go ahead and take
Yeah,
action as well because that
yeah.
was horrible. And how they was sitting there doxing her and talking about they going to call the nursing board. You
Mm,
threaten my job, my position over because you
yeah,
trying to fight someone battle on a reality show. Make it make sense. So now you trying to dox me?
yeah. The horrible thing is the way they came for misbehaving son,
Wow, that was
and
horrible.
something definitely has got to be done about that. You know.
Bertha says, I don't know why they haven't filed a complaint with the bar in her name state. It was PDE.
PBE.
PBE said, and another content creator last right, they can have her disbarred if that is true. So, what she mean by that? You know, I thought she would want the attorney is the one that going after the content
Okay,
creators.
so what they're saying is because PBE was on Marcella's live last night,
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
and she was saying she got roped in and she wasn't even involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
PBE used to hang with them for a long time, and then they did her wrong, and she stopped hanging with them.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
they just kind of looped her in anyway. And so she was saying
Okay.
since it was all frivolous, they could have had her disbarred because she's filing frivolous lawsuits. But the thing about it is, an attorney can file anything they want. It's up to the court to say if
Thank
it's legal
you.
or not.
Yeah.
And it's
She
up to
knows
you
the
as an
law.
attorney. Yes.
I
They
thought
don't know the law.
PBE and Anonymous were tight. I thought they were tight. Having.
No, they turned on her about
Don't
5.
please look. Please don't mention no other content
Oh,
creators.
okay. I'm
I
sorry.
don't want none of that beef. Only
Okay.
ones misbehaving: Marcella,
Okay.
Anthony, and who else? Miss Wanda.
Oh,
All the
okay.
rest,
Okay.
and my girl Butterfly. Them other
Okay.
ones, I don't want to be mixed in that beef because then they'll
Okay.
see the side of me. You know.
Oh, okay. Okay. I feel
Yes,
you.
yes. But y'all could talk long as you don't go ahead and mention
Well,
their
I
names.
don't want them to see that side of you because I already know you can read.
Who trust me?
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna skip that.
No, y'all could
Um.
talk, but just don't mention their names because I don't want them to say they come my way. Believe
Oh.
me.
You see what Misbehaving says?
Yes,
Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. That's
absolutely.
why I haven't filed a complaint against them. Okay. Okay. I feel you.
But he said, "Vengeance is mine," says the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Also, he said there and say, "You going to be the one that sit there and do it." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
girl, do your thing. He
Yeah.
say, "No weapons formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rise against me, they are rising against you." So it says that you shall condemn.
Mm.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper, but every tongue that rise against me, I shall condemn. And that's the word. So don't be a doormat because, see, if I would have been a doormat, I would have been in prison. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, just go ahead and just let go. It's certain things that you let go. But when God
Mm.
said there and say, look, you go ahead and do your thing. And you
Yeah. He
go ahead
did.
and do your thing because that was horrible. You don't talk about nobody's child saying that child sounds like a dinosaur and that child has a disability. Make it make sense. It can't defend himself. You don't
Yeah.
do
It was
things like
horrible.
that
Yeah.
over Melody. Who the heck is Melody? Melody ain't nobody. We talking about it right now. If it wasn't for Carlos King giving her a lifeline, nobody would never heard from her because according to what Tasha K says she can't sing. We already know the acting part because if she was doing so good with the acting, don't you think she would be sitting there doing her thing on her own streaming network? Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Yes, much love for misbehaving and her son.
And her son.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what y'all think about what's going around now about the paternity test?
Well, what we got, what I had got this morning, you see what I'm saying?
Uh,
I don't see any resemblance. Now, the one that I showed,
really?
I saw a lot of resemblance.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
But the thing that I don't understand is why did Martell and Melody had hired him, to help him with the financial part when he is a criminal, an accident attorney. I don't
Mhm.
see why they would even hire him. Now I see why, he wasn't professional where he went ahead and tried to smash his wife. And
Mhm.
all this right here is allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
But I
And
want to
some
know
ain't right
why.
there.
What you think? He's an accident and a criminal attorney. He's not, any, financial attorney. So why would they
Mhm.
hire him unless, just like Bertha said, maybe because, any accidents that might help happen on their job. But
It could have been.
I don't see how this individual will come and help them out on that, because quite obvious they had a LLC where, all that's a part of workman's comp where, you don't have to, get all these different lawyers. They gonna handle
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
Workers' comp gonna handle everything. All you have to do is just sit back.
Yeah. Well, maybe they still needed a lawyer for some accident on one of
Uh,
their uh,
Misbehaving says she's setting
and
cute and
cute and
mute.
mute. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
misbehaving. I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Well, according to what I'm not gonna say any names, a particular CC said there was a paternity test, but no results was presented.
How is that?
I guess they kept it to themselves.
Oh, okay, they gonna keep it to
But
themselves.
there was a paternity test done,
Mm-hmm.
issued. I'm not sure, but
Mm-hmm.
the results was not presented to the general public. I guess
Mm-hmm.
they know the
Yeah, yeah.
results,
That's that. They don't want content
right?
creators to be making videos back to back, all for something
Yeah,
like that.
and that's
But like I said,
understandable.
but this is what I say. You remember how they was going around calling Arion's son, his a B. I don't
Yeah,
even want to say
yeah.
that word, and calling him illegitimate. And
Hmm.
now the tables are turning. You see where I'm going without even coming out and saying it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like I say, you have to be careful how you dig ditches, because what goes around come around. You said now, innocent child that cannot, defend himself, and calling
Hmm.
him a B child and illegitimate. And but now, we got this child right now. If the things that they are saying is true, it's going to affect that child the rest of her life, to see that every last one of her siblings have their dad. And even though, he raised me, but that's not my biological dad. You
Hmm.
understand? And all this right here is alleged, and we're going to say for entertainment purpose only, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
You aired out your free game, because you know good and well your life was a mess. You knew your life was toxic. No way in the world you should have pitched this on a reality show. I don't know what did Melody think that was going to come out of this. This right here was just a disaster. But also, I wish that when it came to Martell, he would have followed his first mind, because he already said that he did not want his wife and his family on that show.
Yeah, especially the kids, because he can't really say with Melody being an adult, he can't really say he don't want her on the show, but he can definitely keep his kids off. You
I
know.
wonder what misbehaving. Oh, she said they. She said, in my opinion, they haven't. Oh, they haven't. I thought they. She said they have silenced her. I was gonna say what's going on, but now I see what she's saying. I respond to CC when I made aware and hear them speak negatively upon me or my child. And the thing again, I'm like Miss Wanda, no face, no case. If they can't sit there and come from behind a computer and they want to act like computer thugs, then I wouldn't even give them my time. I wouldn't give her my
Yeah.
time, because if I got all this hate and this animosity and I want to be gangster, and I want to sit there and spew all this behind the computer, then that's trying to say, what are you hiding? In my opinion, say misbehaving, blessings to you and your family. Yes. Go ahead, Lodge.
Oh, I was thinking about something else, but I think I'm gonna lay back on that one.
No, don't hold your peace, girl. Say what you got to say, because, like I say, this right here is what I call harvest time.
Mm,
They reaping the harvest, and no when
mm,
they spewed hate for almost 7 seasons. So,
yeah,
do you think that what they thought was going to come out of this?
I
Nothing
you
good
know.
was going to come out of it. These people dragged everybody that went against Melody,
Mhm.
dragged them to the filth.
I think they were told. I think they are being instructed to do that for a specific reason. I don't know if it makes sense, but her manager. A lot of them have a lot of PR experience and
Hmm.
PR knowledge. In order to keep negative statements and negative publicity on their clients, they will encourage others to negatively focus on someone else, like a Martell. All of the negativeness has been focused on Martell, I believe, to keep people from thinking about what the heck his ex has done.
Hmm. Of course, they
Everybody's
was trying to
focused
cover
on him.
up. because they was
Yeah.
trying to cover up because
But
just
could this be the reason why he's getting so much negativeness in order to keep this hush hush? That it's a
I don't know.
possibility that she has done, which is the
Hmm.
same thing that Ariane did. I don't know if y'all remember Destiny saying, if I stop being friends with Martell for doing what he did, I got to stop
Yes,
being friends with you too. For the
that's it.
same thing. Do y'all
Because
remember that?
yes, yes,
So,
yes.
and it's a possibility that she was the one that told him to get the DNA.
Didn't I tell you that?
Yeah, because she did say, if you want me to not be friends with Mortel for, I'm going to say, the cheating and having this outside baby, then I got to stop being friends with you for the same thing.
When
She said
Martell
that
came
on one
out,
of those reunions.
absolutely. When Martell came out, and he said that one of his friends, her friends, had told her to him to
Told
get
him, yeah.
the DNA. The first person that came to mind was Destiny.
Uh-huh.
And all the stuff that everybody's talking about right now, you already know. We've been talking about it. Go and watch all the videos. We saw this before it even come to the light. Right now, we
But what
saw this
if it's
train wreck.
actually a factor that Ariane and Knox has been dogged for years, ever since
Absolutely.
Knox has been born, and she's done the exact same thing.
Absolutely. And it, like they say, a hit dog gonna holler. I'm gonna sit there, and the ones that screaming the loudest, those are the ones that you got to check.
That's what
And
they
these
say.
people went on a crusade. I mean, they dragged Martell and dragged Ariane and everybody that crossed their path. They dragged them to the filth, not knowing all they was doing is digging a deeper ditch for them. Like I always say, I talk about it all the time. Today, it is Martell and Ariane and everybody else, that they tried to sit there and put their foot on. But tomorrow it could be you. So when it's you, can you handle it? I want
Wow.
to see, will she be able to handle the karma that is going, and I don't believe karma, but since the world believe karma, I'm gonna believe karma. I'm gonna just say you how to talk like the world, because I believe like judgment is the Lord's, and whatever you do, you're gonna reap what you harvest. But I want to know the stuff that I see a tsunami. Will she be able to handle it?
Will she
Because
have to?
the same ones that watched and helped her get to that ladder, they are the ones that's going to shake her off. You hear me?
That's the way it
And
usually
and
go
the
down.
fall is worse than going up.
That's the way it usually go down.
And I want to
Yeah.
see if she's going to be prepared, because the reason why, and I've been saying it for day one, and I'm not going to change the way I'm talking, because I stand on my truth. My truth may not be your truth,
Mm-hmm.
but I promise you, she's not going to be able to handle it. But I blame her. I blame Melody, because Melody should have sat there and kept her personal life. She should
Mm-hmm.
have put it on a standby. And when everybody came to her and told her to dismantle when it comes to the millimeters, she didn't want to do it. She wanted to feign the fire, just like she's doing it right now. Got these shirts talking about the millimeters versus everybody, so she like it. So if you like it, I promise you, the devil sometimes may not get to you. Did you hear
Well,
what I
is it
said,
that
Elijah?
she?
Listen, listen, listen. The
Uh-huh.
devil may not get to you, but they're going to get to someone that you love the most.
Mm, I believe that to be true. You said she like it. Is it that she like it, or do she need them?
Need who?
Her coat.
She don't like them. I promise you, she
She
wouldn't
need
even.
them.
She
She
see
need
them
them more
on
than she like
fire
them.
right now. If she see them on fire
Right.
on right now, she wouldn't even pee on those people. She need these people so she can continue cashing them trunk checks, going to the bank. You understand?
Well, it's been said that she is truly using them, and I do believe
Yes,
that.
yes, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you don't even have to say they say. We've been talking about this. All what you
Mhm.
hearing right now on Logical, you are hearing is confirmations.
Yeah, we've been saying
So
it,
it's
but it's a lot
confirmations.
of people seeing and saying it now.
The eyes are
She
being
is
open, but
using
our
them.
eyes been was open. So all
Yeah.
this stuff right here, all we could sit there and say, well, we already knew. We told you, and it's not like we tooting our horn. We saw this train wreck.
Yeah, but another person say a lot of them probably know they're being used, but don't want to admit it because they'll feel like stupid that they allowed her to use them. I believe that
Mhm.
to be true.
Yeah, she used them, and all this right here is alleged and for entertainment purpose
They
only.
don't care about
But
being used because it's all about the mighty dollar.
woman, tell
Yeah,
you when
that's
they
true
go,
too.
I promise you, those people will turn on you in a minute because they all about drama. And I promise you, the same ones that they praising and saying Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna is the same ones that they will crucify. Let her do
Mm.
just like they did Anthony. Anthony barely said one thing about the millimeters. Said one thing. And they
Miss
sat there and they tried to nail him to the cross. So let her sit there and change on them. And I promise you, all the dark secrets going to come to the light.
Misbehaving says they have low self-esteem and want to be accepted.
Hmm.
Somebody else said that too. A lot of them are, feel low about themselves, where they
Yeah.
live in, and they look up to her as if she got it going on.
What I think is this Me Too movement got them all messed up. I don't even think that these women even want men. I think that these women is something about them that they hate men. They especially they hate the black man. You're
Yeah,
right,
that's what I think.
misbehaving. They have low self esteem and want to be accepted. But I think they hate. I think they hate
Oh,
men.
they definitely hate men.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but that's sad because we all been cheated on, and we don't hate men.
No. And then again, if she all that in a bag of chips, then most people, okay, I'm gonna cry maybe a few months, but I'm not going to drown in my sorrows for 6 years, or I mean 6 seasons. This woman been drowning in her sorrows, been beating his dag on dead horse, and still sitting there trying to find how to make a storyline off of this. So now everybody want to know, girl, if you about this life sitting there in the background while Tisha and the Fletcher, what's her name? What's her name? Nell Fletcher
Now,
is
Fletcher.
going back and forth and fighting, and she's in the background dancing, looking like the clown. But girl, what do you have? It's like she's a mascot. Let her
Mm,
go. Let her go. And this is not coming from no hate. It's just the fact that these people have brought this show
learn
in a very
nail.
detestable place.
Yeah, well, it's a reason. There's a reason for it.
Absolutely.
There's a specific reason for it. She's driving them to keep the hate going. I mean, they are trying to say he's crazy, he's
Mhm.
violent, he needs to be kicked off the show, he needs to go to jail. There's a reason why Martell is being dogged so unnecessarily, and
Because
it's to
she
cover
think
for
yep,
her
because
dirt.
she think that the more dirt that she sat there and throw on him, that the more they going to glorify her.
And
But it
it's
doesn't
working.
work like that. No, it's not.
Well, it's
It's
not working because there are some people that are saying that they are getting
mhm.
information that's going to enlighten everybody on what's
Yeah.
really real.
Now, want me to tell you something, and mark my word, I promise you guys
Uh-huh.
gonna come back and tell me that because, like I said there and say I'm a true prophetess, they going to turn on her when these people start getting all them lawsuits and figuring out that
Yeah.
they don't have that type of money, and now they got to sit there and
Mm.
go into their personal account and finding money that they don't have. They gonna start turning.
Well,
They gonna start turning
what did,
on each
in my
other.
opinion, what did you say the lawsuit would be worth?
It's 10 million.
Wow. And do
Where
you
they gonna
think?
come up with that kind of money from?
Tell me where they gonna
Exactly.
come.
That's to bankrupt them.
Wow. And the thing about it, you're going to come up with $10 million and half of them don't have a pot to pee in and the one to go ahead and throw it out. The one that does the most too, and I'm not going to go ahead and mention her name. She don't even have a key to turn in her own house. Don't even have a key. I mean, but
Mm.
she sat there and she dragged Martell, she dragged Ariane to the filth. But this girl is living with her mama.
Mm.
Make it make sense. And one of them, they sit there and say, living in a little TP house. And sooner or later, they all going to be flushed out.
And
Logically,
one of them just
we
got
talked
kicked out of the
about
project
this.
is having to stay with her daughter.
Mm.
Ain't that a mess?
$10 million. Now that's when they gonna turn on her.
And want me to tell you what they're
Yeah.
gonna do? Want me to tell you what they're gonna do, Lodge? What they're
Mm.
gonna do is once that judge put a judgment on them, and that attorney win that lawsuit, they gonna start garnish these people YouTube checks and garnish these people paycheck, where it's gonna sit there and make them never sit there and put their mouth on anybody else ever again.
And she can't cover that for them. That
Thank
ten
you.
million
And
dollar.
misbehaving. The only reason why they champion Sonny is because she can't stand Destiny.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ain't that something?
But I mean,
Misbehavior say this claim
what
could be
kind of
against five
prize did
chicks
Sonny
judge.
get? I mean, what do you
Hmm.
think Moses think he got a better deal with Sonny? And if that deal don't turn out to, because she's no longer a producer on this show,
Hmm.
on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I mean, what if she don't get another job?
And I
Is he
don't
gonna
think that
turn
she
on
would.
her?
And
She
want
ain't
me to
gonna
tell
get
you,
another
no,
job.
thank you. I don't think
Hmm.
so. I don't think so. And I don't even think she's gonna be able to keep him, because the same
And
way
she
that
ain't
she
gonna be
got
on
him
this
is the
one
same
either.
way that
She's
she
just a
keep
friend
him.
of so they can wrap up this storyline. But
Oh,
I believe
okay.
that too. You know, so he's gonna dump her for someone
Yeah,
else.
thank
You
you.
know, if he did it to Destiny, he'll do it to her too. So she
And that
ain't
was
getting no prize.
and that was Destiny producer, right?
well, that's the sad part about it is this lady
Mm,
told Destiny that was her cousin.
Ain't that something?
So
mm,
Destiny was like opening up and telling personal business and everything. This lady
yeah.
was using it to get him.
Wow.
Yeah, I hear you misbehaving. I did hear that once upon a time they were saying he was a street pharmacist.
Mm-mm. Well, we're gonna
Allegedly.
say allegedly. Yeah,
Allegedly. I
yeah.
did
We
hear
not.
that.
Let me take that
But
off.
actually, Sonny did Destiny a favor. Destiny is a good girl. She deserves a better guy.
Hmm.
Because I mean her and Sonny were friendly on some level.
Hmm.
How in the heck is he gonna get with this? Well, I guess he thought he had a better meal ticket. I don't know.
Hmm.
But
So,
I
do you
think
think
he did
that this
Destiny a
going to
favor.
be? You think this going to be Martell and Stormy's season? Because I actually think it is.
Yeah, it seemed like it's kind of shining on them more than anybody because they haven't really given a storyline for Maurice and Kimmy yet.
Hmm.
I don't know what Tisha and Marceau will focus on besides their home and their businesses. Um, Stormy and Courtney, they have their business to focus on. So it looks like the bright light will be on Martell and Destiny.
So, what you think? Martell meant by this right here. He had dropped this today, where he says to Maurice, he said, "You're more like Mel, and I'm more like Kawa. So, do you really understand what I'm going through?" I wonder what he
Wow,
meant by
I didn't
that.
hear that one.
Yeah, I should have posted this up where you could see it. But this is what he said. He said, he hashtag Maurice and say, "You are more like Mel, and I'm more like Kawa. So, do you really understand what I'm going through?"
Hmm.
What you think he meant by that?
Said that Maurice is more like Melody and he's more
Hmm.
like Kiowa.
Hmm.
I would
Hmm.
agree.
So, what do you think he meant by that?
How Maurice stepped outside of his marriage,
Yes,
and was
while
cheating.
Kawa was still married,
Right.
because
And
yeah.
Kyle tried to make it work while he was like checked out.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So he's saying he tried to make it work, but she wanted to go ahead and step out.
Hmm. Wow.
Wow, you're
And
right.
more so during the super trailer, he told Martell that he experienced somewhat of what Martell is going through, but he chose to say Mary.
Hmm.
I'm trying to figure out what was Marceau trying to say.
Hmm.
Kim, what's her name? Tisha called the police on him and had him arrested. What is he saying?
Oh, you talking about Marcel?
Marceau, yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about yesterday. I want to know what he meant. He said, "Man, I've been through it, but I
Yeah.
decided to go ahead and stay in my marriage." So I want to know what was going on between
What was
Tisha
he
and
referring to?
Marcel, unless they doing what Martell told Tasha K, just trying to create a storyline. I don't know, because that was, I say, I don't. I'm surprised that these little content creators didn't ran with that story. He threw some out, and It
I
went
heard that
clean
was
over
taken
their
out.
head.
I heard that was edited and it was not in
Oh,
context.
you think so?
Oh, okay. You
Okay.
know they
Miss
do do that.
Yes, Misbehaving said allegedly Maurice cheated with Kimmy. Yeah, I saw that scene today. I went ahead and watched it when Kyle went and met Maurice and Kimmy, and Kyle should sit there saying, pretty much I was married, and Kimmy was sitting there saying, I would never mess with a married man. We were friends. First of all, I was saying to myself, he still was married. You're not going to be friend with my man and not be friends with me. You know,
Yeah.
at least let him introduce me to you. So quite obvious. You're going to be friend with my man, but you're not going to be friend with me. I don't know you. So
Yeah.
Kimmy, now Kimmy, you need to just stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, Kimmy tried to say that the papers were signed, but the judge had not officiated it. They weren't.
Hmm.
They were still married, but both of them had signed a divorce decree. But he's still
Hmm.
a married man.
Yeah.
And I think Kiowa wanted to get back together, and she seems to think that Kimmy stepped in, and there was no room for her and Maurice to make up and get back together to
Okay.
raise their son. That's the way I think Kiowa saw it.
Wow.
He
And we're
said
gonna say
Well,
Kiowa
allegedly.
cheated on
both
Maurice.
of them was cheating in the relationship. Okay,
Yeah, that's
so
what it looked like.
and then Kyle came back and said she made a mistake and she wanted to fix it.
Yeah, she wanted to keep
Hmm.
her husband.
For some odd reason, the Scott brothers don't. They feel like women are more emotional. So he was
Hmm.
like, if you cheated, it was emotional. When I cheated, it wasn't emotional. It was
Ah,
just.
Hmm.
But that's how some men try to,
yeah, a lot of men think that.
brainwash you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
And so that's the reason why he could never forgive Kyle, and that's the
Right.
reason why Martell was like, I'm more of the Kyle. It wasn't emotions when I was doing it, but it was emotions for you because you kept going back to Birmingham for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
But I think Kimmy could have a storyline and Maurice if they sit there be more open with their relationship because I think that Kimmy she if she bring in not Kimmy but Maurice bring in his ex-wife and they all hatch out all the stuff, I think they would make good TV. But just them two, Maurice and Kimmy alone, to me they kind of boring.
yeah. They are.
Misbehaving says Coward thought they were going to get back together, but Maurice thought he found a better catch with Kimmy. Yeah, because Kimmy was walking
Mhm.
around with sexy lingerie at the time. But see, he said, he sees she started off, but she's not gonna finish it. Now she want to sleep in more likely in more clothes, and
Yeah.
turn her back. But
So
I think
now
he
I
should
get the reference with
bring Kyle in.
Martell saying he was more like Kiowa because he wanted to stay with Melody, and
Hmm.
Maurice wanted to move on
Yes.
like Melody.
Hmm.
So yeah. I'm still trying to figure out, what is the reference to Martell being in all white. I do believe that
Hmm.
it's
I think
speaking
it's
about his
all white because just like you said, I think he coming in, he gonna show that,
he gonna be
he
looking like
put
a good guy.
he was the good guy. You guys, he was a good man, and
Hmm.
he gonna stand on that because white mean purity, and he coming out. But the only way that he can do it, he got to lay it all on the table because these people went on a crusade and they really tried to put the nail to that coffin. So I would go all the way back, and I will pull up some stuff that's going behind the scene with the
Hmm.
executives because I truly believe that when it came to these small content creators, we never even heard
Hmm.
of these content creators, and all of a sudden just blew up with 20,000 viewers. Who are these people? So what I think, and like I said, I hate to keep tooting my horn, okay, but my
Hmm.
ancestors, honey, they on their job. I think that the ones that was feeding those content creators was executives, producers, that liked it, Melody, her producers, and I'm gonna say allegedly they are the ones that was feeding.
You think so?
Yeah, they were the ones that feeding all that information. That's why they was able to come out so boldly because they
Hmm.
had inside information that was coming from the inside of that camp. And it
Hmm.
had to been those producers because we already know how shady the producers look what they did to Destiny, right?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe it was her management and her
Mm,
more so than the producers of the
no, I
show.
think it was producers.
You know?
Producers, yeah, I think it was producers. They are the ones. I think that some of them, behind the scene. That's why they don't want to show their face. I know
I don't
one right
know.
now. I know one right now that you
Mhm.
guys think that she's a good person. She the one came out spewing all this stuff, but she did it in a nice, nasty way. And see,
Mhm.
y'all don't see no wrong in her. I'm gonna email you and let you know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
But she's the one what I call the wolf in sheep clothing. The other one came out
Mine
that
misbehaving. Go ahead.
mhm,
She said,
the other
"Whose
one
dogs are going crazy in the background?"
that's your dog's going crazy.
Always.
Yeah,
I'm
I've been
sorry
hearing
about
that.
that.
Hmm. But yeah, like I said, I think that it had to been an inside job that's feeding these content creators, and they all got together and band together.
Hmm.
Okay, if you sit there and you say these certain things about Miss Buddy, then your channel is going to grow.
Well, can't they buy packs of subscribers? I've heard that there's a particular company that sells subscribers in packs that
I don't
can be
think that
bought.
they buying subscribers. I think what
You
they
know?
doing is they got this little click. They got this thing to sit there and only promote Melody and tear down everybody else. I see Linda Young says, I just finished listening to another blogger and her husband Leah. I won't say her name out of respect for you, Lady D. They are starting a fan club for Martell called the Millimeters Too Funny. Well, look,
The
when you find that
Martell meters, Martello meters. Oh
yeah,
wow!
about time. You see what I'm saying? They should have
It's
been
about
did that.
time Martell get some support.
Thank you. And Bertha says, didn't Al drag that he had an inside track to what was going? Absolutely, and that's who I thought of, but I just didn't come out and say his name.
Hmm.
So all what I'm saying, it is just it's just a part of what's going on. These people had inside people, most likely producers, people that was working behind the scene, was feeding these people that information. And that's why the channel was growing so fast. Like I said, guys, when I come on, honey, trust me, you can take it to the bank. Okay. Misbehave and say, yes, he did.
Oh wow!
And that's why they came up, and that's why they think, oh, if I need you to say this. God, they're using this old lady. Oh, I
Mm.
need you to say this. Let her say it, because then when she go in front of the judge, she can play like she crazy. She an old lady, and they gonna sit there and say, okay, she's old, so we're gonna give her a pass. Okay, you
Mm.
you 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 see, come on, like I said, you don't take a rocket science to figure this out. These people, they got their destinated people to spew all this stuff to tear down everybody that crosses Melody's path.
Yeah, yeah,
But
they
but
sure do.
those, and that's why they would never show their face, because I promise you, most of them probably be working inside of Love and Marriage in Huntsville, and they won't show their face, or they know someone that they sat there and they all came together. But I promise you, when that 10 million judgment lawsuit is going to flush them all out, and
Mm.
they going to
They gonna spill
gurgitate.
their guts, then they gonna
They
tell
going
everything.
yes, they going to gurgitate it. And remember you heard it from here first. Okay.
They gonna
Miss
spill their guts.
Absolutely, Misbehaving says, if you play around with fire long enough, you will
Will
get
get
burned.
burned. That's true.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep,
And watch how it's gonna play out, Lodge.
they are gonna spill their guts when that judgment, and especially when Miss Buddy can't really come up with $10 million to
Miss
pay that
Bunny probably don't even
judgment.
have that.
I haven't heard her say anything about trying to help them. Has anybody else heard her say anything about helping her meters that are being
Never.
sued?
Girl, if something like this, she gonna wash her hand and turn her back on them.
I wonder how
They
they feel. I would feel like a plum
She got her
fool.
own lawsuit to worry about.
Yeah, she really do, don't she? Yeah, because that the suit that AL has, she's got to deal with that because she's definitely gonna lose that battle. You know, because it's on. I'm sure he has a copy of that video where she sent them after him.
He does. He does.
I'm sure he does. He should. I heard it. I saw it, and I said to myself, he don't even work with, it's clear that he worked with adults. I don't know why they thought he worked with children.
Hmm.
That was goofy. You know, to say he's a bad influence or hurting children, he don't even work with children.
And they put that misinformation out there.
Yep,
Did she do it or her millimeters?
she did it. She put them
Oh
up to it.
no, she went on Instagram Live. She was bold this day. She went on Instagram Live and
Uh,
said everybody should unsubscribe, that he was harassing her, and that they if they mandated reporters get in her DM so she can give them the number to call.
Well, I'm gonna just say allegedly because I didn't hear it. Okay, so just
yeah,
out of fairness, I'm gonna say allegedly.
yep.
That's horrible. That's very horrible. If that
And
is true.
everybody that he works with, I believe, have to be over 18. Everybody. There are no he
Mm-mm.
doesn't work with no minors. They are all adults. And I think it's
Wow.
all male adults. I don't think he worked with female adults. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But she was saying that he was
It's
working
some
with
females.
huh?
It's some females.
Oh, is it some females? Okay. And he said he works with people with Down syndrome and different disabilities. But Down syndrome is one of the categories that he worked with people with Down syndrome. And they are adults. They are not even kids. So she losing that battle right there, lying on him. That was really, really, really the bottom of the barrel to try to get him fired from his job. That was
Mm-mm.
crazy. I know he gonna win that lawsuit.
Misbehaving said, "Thank you, IMO. I was so shocked to hear her say it, considering how she didn't come out on behalf of her cast members. Wow, I was. Mm-mm-mm.
I
Thank you,
haven't heard
Misbehaving. She
her.
said, please hit the like button and consider blessing the
Yeah,
host.
I was shocked too
Real
because
Talk
let me tell you that
95.
when they came after that white man though, she came out quick, fast, and in a hurry, told him to leave him alone.
Yeah, I thought he was of Arab nationality. Or was he a white man?
Whatever he wasn't one of us.
He was a nice
But
looking
she
guy.
came out and told everybody because he was rich to stop doing him
Leave
wrong,
him alone. Yeah, I thought he had an accent.
and it stopped immediately.
Yeah, they left him alone. Yep. So mm,
Mm-mm.
that
But
chick, just like Tisha says, she got a dark heart.
I'm telling you right now, this prophecy right here, they going to turn on each other, and they going to be
They're gonna
flushed
turn
out,
on her too
and they're
when
going
that
to be
judgment
flushed
comes
out when
in.
that judgment, they're going to be flushed out, because I promise you, when everything fall down, she going to pretend she don't even know none of them, just like she did Anthony, when she wanted to go after him. You see what I'm saying? This what she did, she turned coat, right? And that's exactly what she's going to do. She going to do, and once they sit there and they get that judgment on them, they're going to sit there and say, well, I was listening to my higher up. Well, who is your higher up? Well, it was this content creator. And this creator said, well, I got it from this source right here. Who did you get it from? This source? I got it directly from the head. And
Mm.
that's how it's all going to fall down. Like I said there and say, you never win when you play dirty.
Now they're
Never
not
win when you play dirty.
individually being sued; they're being sued as a group.
Thank you.
I
Because they
think.
was harassing and they was bullying.
Some of them are being sued individually. Some of them are being sued as a group. It's right now six of them, six lawsuits.
Wow. And a
Oh
10
wow.
million, and she's suing them for $10 million.
Mm.
Wow. All I can ask you guys, that went out there and spew all that hate and went on this mean campaign, was it worth it? Was it worth it? But I'm gonna tell you who the head is, who's the ringleader. It got one of them came out, because they were about to turn on her, and she cleaned up. Oh no, I don't mean it like that. Oh no, I don't mean it like that. But want me to tell you, she came out. But there's one right now that you guys are glorifying. But she one of the head snakes, the ones that's masterminding this whole circus, this
Mm.
entire circus. I'm going to let you know who it is. I'm about to email you right now and let you know who it is here.
Okay.
And I promise you, you're going to come back and say, Lady D, you was absolutely right.
Now you think this is the ringleader that's guiding all of the CCs, all of her CCs?
All of her CCs, yes. But
Okay.
this one that came out now, she's not hiding who she is. She's a part of it. So she's
Mm,
boldly sitting there helping run this crusade. You
mm.
understand? But this other one that you guys glorify, she was the ringleader where she had sat there and got these other little silly sheeps to follow her. And they are the ones that's doing the dirty work. That's why they could come out and call Kimmy and Marsh, what's his name, Maurice, cancer hunter, and they say it proudly and boldly because they feel that they got that backing. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I'd like to know who this person is.
I'm gonna tell you.
Oh
Y'all
boy!
continue talking, and I
Wow.
promise you, you're gonna come back and tell me.
Mm. I sure want to know who this person is.
Hmm.
Wow. And I mean, they are dedicated. My
Yep.
lord.
Yep.
You emailing me now?
Not yet. I got to find her name, but y'all can continue talking. I'm trying to find a name.
Wow. Does it smell like a flower?
Absolutely a flower. Absolutely a flower, but
I'm
it's
still lost.
poisonous all outdoors. Yes, it does. Smell
Look
like a
at my head,
flower.
Lady D. Does it smell like a flower?
Yes.
Oh,
Or if you want to call it fine wine, but inside is deadly poison.
I thought I knew all of the CCs, but I guess I don't.
Hmm.
Wow, wow, wow. Mm-mm-mm. Wow, wow, wow. I don't like being led by nobody. I like to think for myself.
Me too. Me too. I never was a type of person that was a part of a
A
bandwagon.
follower.
When
Yeah,
I see a crowd go that way, I go the other
either
way.
way. I like to have my own
Me
mindset, my
too.
own
Me too. I
thought
never did
process.
that because nothing good is going to come out of that.
You're not gonna tell me what to do, who to like, who to speak to,
Absolutely.
who to hang with. No.
And you can't tell me that these girls that was spewing all that hate going to come up with $10 million. These people gonna lose whatever they got. If they got homes, it's gonna affect their home. It's gonna affect everybody. Because one thing about YouTube, I could tell you about YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
When YouTube hear that it is a judgment,
Mm-hmm.
they going to make sure that money goes directly to these people. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You go to you go and get you a job, that money, that judgment going to come directly off top. And the thing about
Wow.
it is that they were warned. We talked about that. We told them, y'all need to take heed of what Tasha K went through. You guys spewing all this hate, and do you think that any good was going to come out of this? Melody, like I said there and say, Melody doing her part, her job. Melody hands is clean because she got you guys doing her dirty work. And I'm gonna say allegedly, but when the chips fall down, they going to sit there and they going to gurgitate it up.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Oh boy, I don't know. It smells like a flower. I
Mhm.
am so lost.
Well, I'm finna text you right now. I just pulled up here.
Mm-hmm.
I just pulled up, but I lost it. But I'm gonna tell you, and that's one of the ringleaders. The other
So
one, she,
ringleader.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, the ringleader. Mm-hmm. Like I said, then say one thing. When I say something, honey, you could take it to the bank, and they gonna and they going to turn on her. because she's the one that, they feel that she's more chilled, she's more relaxed, she's not emotional, and she don't come out as hood as the rest of them, as vocal. You
Okay.
understand? She come out sweet, like a rose, like fine wine.
Wow. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I think I've caught the hit now. Oh, the description. I think I know who y'all speaking about. Oh boy. Hmm. She does put on to act like she's the goody two shoes of the bunch. Oh boy. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I thought it would be somebody totally different. Somebody in the
Mhm.
palace.
This that's the open
Miss
one.
Payne says, finally logical. Yeah, finally. I
Hmm.
don't think about her too often because I actually deleted all of them.
Hmm.
But now, hmm, yes, indeed. I think I know now. It took a minute for it to connect. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't that be the stuff?
Hmm. It's two of them. It's the one that you it's two of them. You heard me?
Mm,
But the one that the other one is that you guys overlook her, but she's like what I call the CEO. It's a chain of command.
mm-hmm,
So the ones that you see that's out there vocally, the ones
mm-hmm.
that's getting sued, they doing the bidding. You see what I'm saying? They got the call, but they are not the ones that's what we call the big fish.
Wow. Uh, yeah, I thought it was the other one though, the one that's very vocal too. I
That
thought it
one.
would be her.
Hmm.
Guiding and influencing and leading the rest of the pack.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
now that you mention it, I could see her
Hmm.
also being at the top of the food chain.
Hmm.
Hmm.
See if you got this one.
Huh?
I don't know about private to you. See if you got it.
Okay. Yeah, it's up there.
You see?
Oh yeah. Exactly. It took me a
Hmm.
minute.
My spirit does not lie to me.
Who gave that the person who was that said it smelled like flowers or something or another?
That's, I don't know, but I
Oh
promise
boy.
you, and is I give them at
That was
least.
misbehaving, I think.
Yeah, it was misbehaving. Does it smell like a flower?
Oh, I missed that one.
Yep, yep,
Oh, okay, I missed that one. My girl misbehaving. Guys, make
yep.
sure you go ahead and check her out.
She gave
Miss-
that first hint, but I
Yeah.
didn't catch it. You know, but
In
then,
my Do you have a channel?
huh?
In my opinion, do you have a channel? In my opinion,
Is she
she
gone?
she must be gone
And she might
because
be off for a minute.
she can go ahead and shout her channel out if she have one. She shaved her skin a couple
I
of
have
months
two
ago.
channels.
Oh, you can go ahead and
I
give
was
a
fighting
shout
with the
out.
mute button.
Oh, you can go ahead and shout out your channel.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So I help people on, in my opinion. I give out
Hmm.
resources if you need some help, getting you somewhere to stay, paying your bills,
Oh,
any
that's
of that.
great.
And I get into the message chat with say what in my opinion, which is I am.
Okay.
Wow, wow, wow. Mm.
But yep.
It's
And
strange how these two are that they're not mentioned in any of the lawsuits. These
well,
two.
they not, and
Hmm.
the reason why they not because they are the ones that's polished. See, they let them chickens. What you seeing right now are bottle feeders. You understand what I'm
Well, let
saying?
me tell you, they had a GoFundMe up for one of the things, and I called GoFundMe and told them it was a fraud because this person wasn't even in
Absolutely.
the lawsuit.
Wow. Um. Well, the 6 or 8 or however many there are. they will probably mention it where they're getting all their commands and orders from.
Yes.
Comes from, whoever the two at the top.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yep, absolutely. Well, look what Mr. Haven says. You keep your hands clean and let the do girls and do
Du
boys do the
Bois do
work.
the work. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And they stupid enough to do it.
And also the ones that's inside of Carlos King camp, and he gonna have to flush them out. He gonna clean them out, because if he don't clean them out, it's just gonna be canceled, because they are the ones feeding those people as well that information. Like I say, you never win when you play dirty. Do you think that these people was
Mm.
gonna continue running with this game, tearing down, sabotaging, and messing with people businesses? Who going to allow people that don't have a pot to pee in and want to throw out to sabotage their business? Tell me who would do that. Would you?
Not at all. I
So
always
these people,
thought it was coming directly from their master, but a
no,
lot of
she
people think it's coming from
she
his.
got too much to lose.
Okay, you don't think the orders are coming from her?
The, what it is a chain of command. She's a big fish. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna say allegedly, but it's a chain of command. Everybody got the answer to somebody. Okay,
Mm.
there. It's like a chapter. Everybody got their own job description of what to do. Okay,
Mm.
not the two people that I named is may not be handling everybody. They divided them up. So
They
when
getting their
these
orders
they
uh
getting their orders,
from the
most
top.
like, yes, yes, but the top said they're most likely, it's like how Anthony are going through, with the producers that, you see what I'm saying? You know how all the stuff is coming out with
Mm.
when Anthony was friends with the producers and all this other stuff, and getting, well, I'm not going to go into that because I don't really get into all that information, but I'm going to talk to you about it. But some of this stuff being fed to them, and they only sitting there repeating of what is fed to them, and by them have a platform, you see what I'm saying? They getting that audience because these people want to know, where are you getting this information from, but they're not really worrying about it because it's just drama, but it's causing them to gain viewers. So they are gaining, whether they getting the money from under the table. Now the ones that's relating the messages to these content creators, they are getting paid. You,
Yeah,
you
I believe
understand?
that. They are
They
getting the
are
big
getting paid.
bucks. They
But
get the
most
big
likely the
bucks.
the content creators, they going with the coming the group together. That's why when one fall, we all fall. But that is not going to last like that. Not with that $10 million lawsuit, because then nobody going to be able to cover that judgment. You understand?
Hmm.
So that's when now they going to start turning on each other, and you're going to say, well, I got this from this head. Oh my God, I can't believe she did it. She's so sweet. Okay, well, you're gonna be sued as well. They got a 10 million dollar lawsuit. You're gonna be sued. So who is your head leader? Who are you answering to? I got it from this person right here, this person right there. Then they gonna start turning on each other. You never win when you play dirty.
It's clear because they all repeat the same
Yes,
regurgitated
yes,
statement.
yes, yes.
If it's time to dog Destiny, they all dogging Destiny. When
It's a
it's time
Ponzi
to dog
scheme.
Martell, they all dogging
Yes,
Martell. They all say the
yes.
same thing.
And they're going to be ruined, because what you did was you messed up people's lives. You messed up people's lives, and they're going to be ruined. And you already know, if this attorney go after them, she knows the law, and her favor is going to be with the judge, because she already got what the judge need. She doing her own stuff because she's qualified for that. You can't box that. Half of you guys sitting there fighting for Melody don't even have a high school diploma. So do you think that the judge is going to side? And especially if she's suing for $10 million, who you think they going to side with?
Well, it's
Hmm?
going to be interesting to see how this all.
Very interesting. Yes, Callers King need producers that are trustworthy and want to prolong the longevity of his production company, Kingdom Reign. Misbehaving, she got it. She know exactly where I'm going. Those, like I said there and say, those are the ones feeding it to those content creators.
Wow.
I told Turtle Girl a long time ago that there is a heredity, and she's the lawman on the totem pole. After Lou, she's bottle feeders. Those people are bottle feeders, but that's who they gonna get. They coming
Oh,
after
I think
you.
they know. I think they know who the hierarchy is. Of course they do. They always talk
Yes.
about it. Well, you know who she gonna choose, or you know who she favors.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard them say it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they know they at the bottom of the totem pole and who's at the top.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Wow, I tell you, it's a mess.
And I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna give you maybe less than a month before next month go out. You're gonna come back with this report. Watch and see,
Hmm.
because the Most High God gave Melody 7 seasons. Seven mean completion, to sit there and stop it. He even sent people. He even sent her boss. Look, dismantle yourself from the millimeters, and she refused to do because she knows she was way deep in it. And all this right here is alleged.
Well, who y'all think she's got this upgraded her security for? I don't believe
It's
it's
just
for
a lie.
Martell.
It's just a lie. I wanted to talk about that. You know, I
No,
still have to post up. All that is a lie.
I was
All that
thinking that.
right there is just to sit there and just they gonna do anything to make themselves look good. If anybody need a security, it needs to be all the other cast, because they are the ones being threatened, being stalked, and being bullied. Melody, like I said, they already done came out and say they got her back. That's why they foamed the
I don't
millimeters.
know if they lose in court, which you know they will.
Oh, they
I
gonna turn
feel
on
like
her. Yeah,
she's
they gonna
afraid
turn
of
on
them.
her. Yeah, they gonna turn
I
on. I
know
see
it's
my
not
girl in the house.
Martell. Martell to me
No,
is no threat to her. I
no.
believe
So
the
they
people.
saying she doing it because of Martell. Be
No,
real.
I don't
That's what they
believe that.
telling you. That don't believe nothing that these people tell you.
Mm.
Nicole Gibbons says, "Good evening, Lady D in chat. Remember doing season 3 when Miss Buddy offered to fly four bloggers out to feed them. The
The
real
real
story.
story. Yep.
Bondi went to her event, and then bloggers start spinning narratives.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I
I'm
believe
going to
she's afraid
piggyback
of
off of
them.
your ladies live regard.
Huh?
I'm going. This is what Miss Behavior says. She says, "I'm going to piggyback off your ladies live regarding Callers King Legacy."
Oh
Okay,
yeah, that'd
okay,
be great.
yes,
There's
that's going to be
truly more,
great. Yeah,
more
M-
to report on him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
believe she's afraid of her own people because when they lose, and they will lose this lawsuit, if they are
mhm.
hit hard with a $10 million fine or debt, they gonna be coming after her.
the
It
only
ain't
thing that
Martell.
the only thing that she's afraid of is losing her income, because she could stop this. She could have stopped this. God have given her so many warnings. She could have stopped it, but she can't stop it because it's like a dope dealer. You know, a dope dealer, you know what you're doing is illegal. You know what you're doing is not right, but you just can't stop it because the money is so good.
I think I would be afraid of somebody with a $10 million judgment that's
Mhm.
been
But they're
fighting
not.
for
They're not
me.
afraid. If they were afraid, they would have stopped it when they was warned the first, or second time.
I'm just
They
saying, I
not.
think that's who she needs the security for,
Yeah. Oh, of course,
not
they're gonna turn
Martell.
on her. Yeah, they're
It's for
gonna
her
turn
own
on her.
fans.
Yeah, they're gonna turn on her because, like I said, they're gonna start. They're gonna flush them out. $10 million judgment, and you sit there and say, who $10 million judgment? That's a lot of money. That's more than what Cardi B was suing Tasha K.
Well, I guess it's split up among the judgment
Yeah,
among
but I'm
four
saying
people,
these half of these people
but
probably
still,
don't even
yet
have. They probably
right.
don't even have a bank account. You know.
That's their property, their finances, their future finances.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's who I would be afraid of, and I would want more security to protect me from them.
And that's absolutely, look what Miss Nicole said. Misbehaving, her narrative started spring when she gave a OSNC and Funky Dineva AC picture and
Yep,
information that was season 1. Absolutely. and
yep.
and you see how Funky Dineva sat there. Oh, he sat there and said, "Shoot, look, I see who the real thing going on.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna do her bidding because I know what's going on."
Yep.
You don't see them big bloggers. They was telling one of my girls, Michelle. Michelle, straight from the to talk about love and marriage in Huntsville. But when they was telling all the drama behind it, she said, "I'm not even gonna touch that." You know.
Well, OSNC said that the information was given to her by Melody about
Mm-hmm.
God. She said,
And all this is alleged and for entertainment purpose only.
yeah, that's alleged, but I heard her say it. Unless she
Mm-hmm.
was lying about it. And I don't believe she was lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I would be afraid of that. Whoever is going to be on that $10 million judgment, even if it's
Mm-hmm.
reduced down to $2 million, that's a lot of money to
Yep.
have
But
to,
yep.
you know.
Yep. But the ones that's so vocal and out, they can't show their face
Mm.
because they all a part of that.
Oh,
All
for
of, and some of them could have good jobs, but some of them could be working on that set. It was all about pushing how I saw in the spirit, pushing melody, elevating melody, and sitting there trashing everybody else. They wanted to sit there and put on that pedestal. And that's why I sit there and say, you have to be careful who putting you up that ladder, because the same ones that's holding you up is going to be the ones that's going to shake your butt right off of that ladder.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's clear. Our good friend, Mr. Puffy, everybody that was in his circle is
Thank you.
basically bringing him down,
Absolutely.
testifying against him, speaking out against him.
And he's not the big fish. I saw that in the spirit. I talked about that this morning. I had got a revelation, and I went ahead and put it on my community tab. I saw it in the spirit. He's not the big fish. His big fish is his mentor. And you know good and well that's the reason why they sent an entire army to his house. Do you think that they would have sent an entire army if he didn't have big important people, the power that be? They
Well,
send these
he the
people to
one
sit there
going
and
down
get that
for it.
information out, because in case P. Diddy wants to use, how they say he had hidden tapes of all these influential, how you say that, influential, so people, I'm talking about them big, powerful people in the industry. They say P. Diddy had so many recordings of all this stuff. So if he go down, he's gonna bring the entire industry down. So
Hmm.
they had to bring an army in there. Who gonna bring homeland security inside a person home unless you got
Just curious
something
as what's
that's
taking them
very
so long.
detrimental? Huh?
I'm just curious as what's taking them so long. They've been after him for a
What?
year.
What? Come on, Lige. Come on. I just told you, because it's people in high places. It could be princes. It could be governors, and they went in his house and most likely found some of that information, knowing that if they arrest Sean Combs, then they're going to have to arrest these power that be. And that means that the ones that you least expect, even it could be the president of the United States, you got to go after them as well. And it's too risky. So that's why they taking their time. If it was an average joker around the corner, they would have had him under the jail. He would have been prosecuted by now. But P. Diddy, like I said there and say, he was a part of this clique, this elite. You see where I'm going?
Yeah, but I don't see none of them coming down. I believe if anybody go to jail, it'll be him. I don't think, even if he's got stuff on them, it will never be publicized.
Well, we live
You
right
know,
now
some
in
other
a
guy, Jeffrey Epstein, had a whole list of uh, prominent people, but he's the one that went to jail. I
mhm.
ain't heard about none of the rest of them folks that was prominent people with big money, and none of them went to jail.
Yeah, but is the ones that you're talking about right now, is they a prince?
He ain't went to jail either. The so-called prince that was over in that mess with
Hmm.
Epstein. He
But what
ain't.
about the ones that they favor?
I didn't. Jeffrey
That
Epstein is the
could
only
what
one that went
about?
to jail.
And I'm just saying, I'm just talking, guys. All this for entertainment
Mm.
purpose. On what about if it was King Prince Williams and Prince Harry?
Ain't
Do
none of
you
them went
think
to
that they?
jail that I know of.
Hmm? But what if P Diddy got enough on them, or maybe Clyde Davis, and that
Well, you
means
know they
the
said Prince
entire.
Harry was involved.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but he hasn't been arrested for nothing.
Of
We even
course
got
not.
pictures of him with a young woman. He ain't
Of
went to
course
jail.
not. These people, like I said, of course not. But if he did it go down, like I said, and if he dragged who is the big fish, who the ones that, was a part of this, then they don't have no other choice because we got social media right now. So if you got social media right now, I can sit there and I can allow this to sit there and hit the www web, and
Mhm.
people going to sit there and they gonna see for themselves. So you ain't got no other choice when the entire world is watching this. So okay, this man sat there and he's showing video clips of some stuff that these people in high places are doing, and you all want to sit there and just brush it under the table. No, we saw what you're doing. Like I say, this is year 2024. We are sitting on the judgment seat. We are watching. We watching all
Yeah.
this mess play out.
Oh yeah. Jeffrey Epstein's woman. She went to jail. Him and her. He ended up unalived, but none of the rest of the people that they say were in that mess with him, like the prince. He's still roaming around over there in wherever he from.
Hmm.
And there was a couple of presidents that were supposed to
Hmm.
be former presidents, not current. A
Hmm.
former president was caught up in Epstein's mess. He's still
Yeah.
walking around here giving giving all kinds of speeches and making money. Ain't
Hmm. But
nobody
like,
went to jail but Epstein, and I believe in this scenario, there might be a few other people under Puffy, but it ain't gonna be nobody over Puffy going to jail. Most people are gonna
mhm.
be protected.
But it's not, like I said, this is the year of exposure. This is the year of
Mm-hmm.
information. Back then, you can protect them because we didn't have the technology like we have now. We got all types of social media. The world is watching now in
Mm-hmm.
the comfort of their home. So right now, just say right now, logical, that you was the queen and I want to bring you down. And I got all the asset, all the information. All I got to do is put all that in information and let the whole entire world pick it apart. So how you going to cover it from there? If I sit there and show, just like with Melody, Melody can't hide, that she was trying to light this man's house on fire because they got the video, right? So how are you going to sit there and say, "Oh, it wasn't me," when we see her caught on camera? How are you
Mm-hmm.
going to get out of that? You see where I'm going?
Yeah, well,
So
first
you
he would
just say,
have to
"Oh,
prosecute her for that. That I know of. He haven't
so, so,
prosecuted her
so
for trying to
Puffy,"
set him on fire.
but I'm just saying. So all right, Puffy done did all this, but Puffy got evidence that he was not alone. So I'm going to show you the tape that I'm just saying, for example, that look, she got the lighter fluid and the lighter in her
Mhm.
hand. So you gonna just put me in jail and you gonna just let her walk away with it?
So you're saying that you believe they're waiting and taking so long because Puffy will be able to bring some higher ups down with him?
Yes, yes, because
No, I don't think so.
if they go in and they
Mhm.
arrest him right now, then they going to have to bring many more because they're going to make sure that they have their T's crossed and their I's dotted. And one thing about the Fed, I always talk about it. The
Mhm.
Fed does not work like the state. The state just throw anything on the
You
wall
don't
that's
think they
stick.
protect the higher ups? You don't think the fans protect the higher ups?
Yeah, they protect the high because they all a part of it. Look how with Martin Luther King and Kennedy and how these people who you think was behind this? Who you think was the biggest mob? Which we're not going to talk about that on this channel right here. But
All
who you think
right.
was behind all that? You think that it was the average jokers that was after Martin Luther King and Kennedy? Who you think was behind that? People
Oh
in
yeah, I
higher
believe that was
places,
a conspiracy, but look who went down for it.
of course.
They're gonna pick a scapegoat to lock up, but
Hmm.
the people that were really behind his assassination, they
Hmm.
they were able to live out their lives.
That's just like with Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey, who you think even got a movie about that? It was the CIA that had planted people that Marcus Garvey knew into the camp to sit there and tear Marcus Garvey down.
Yeah. I still
What?
believe that the majority of the higher ups get really they get protection from the
Oh
Fed.
yeah, they don't, but not him. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Our people never get the protection because we don't have
Yeah.
the color, the skin. How do you say the skin for the protection? We don't have that.
Right, right, right. So I'm
Our
saying
people
I
not
ought to
gonna get
lock
that
him up
protection.
because he ain't, ain't nobody higher than him going down.
But
He'll be
yeah,
going to jail for all of that.
and when he go to jail, the entire thing is going to be exposed.
Really?
This right here, honey, this
Mhm.
is not a one man show.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
We shall
We
see.
shall
So
see.
we gonna close it down here, but yeah, check your email, and I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you because
Okay.
this right here, this is deep, but I'm pretty sure that the ones that got that $10 million judgment on them, they're only the bottle feeders, okay?
Yeah.
They're only bottle feeders, but them bottle feeders, want me to tell you something, they're gonna talk.
We're gonna bring down the rest of them. Huh?
Yep, yep.
Well, I hope so.
Nicole Gibbons say exactly those videos systematically destroyed Miss Buddy image. A lot of people changed their mind after those videos was shown to
I
Tasha K.
believe that true.
Absolutely. And they still was trying to spin that narrative. They wanted to keep on that pedestal. And I sat there and I watched one subscriber has said on someone's page, oh, we got to tear them down. They messing with our money. They didn't come out and say money, but I know exactly what they were saying. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So you when you messing with these people, money they brand, they gonna send their vicious dogs. These are just what you call just agents, amps. You know, amps.
Yeah, I know one thing. They don't like the idea that we are shining any type of light on her little dirt. They
No,
don't
no,
like
no,
it at
no,
all.
no. And the reason why they didn't really mess with us because we was just a little small channel. We had no more than two or three people. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you don't despise small beginning. And the thing about it, we were sincere what we talking about. We calling it as we see it. We didn't call it just to sit there and pick with people. We telling them what's to come. Now everybody else, they start seeing the light. Oh my God! Even this girl, what's her name? God above everything came on. How she said, Lady D, um, you changed my way of thinking. You remember when she said that?
Oh
and,
yeah, I
and
did
I'm
hear
no
it.
longer millimeter. And the other one, even though she's a millimeter fan, but she said and said, I love your perspective about things because we stand on our truth. We don't have a dog. We don't have a dog in this fight. Not at all. Nicole Gibbons say, good night, ladies. Great show as always. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone. Love you all. Okay, guys, we're
Good
gonna go
night,
ahead and close it
MIT.
down. We done did our 2 hours, but
Yeah, that's a plenty.
yes, it is what it is. So thank you, Logical. And I pray that, all the stuff that you had poured out, it fall on good grounds and people just don't go around and run with these false narratives, but they do a fact check. Like I say, Google has a huge search engine. All we have to do is sit there
Right.
and start pulling up that information. The word is not hitting; it is only hitting to those that lost. But don't go out there and put out this false narrative when all you have to do is just sit in the comfort of your home and do your own proper research. And
Yeah,
I
we
thank
just
you,
wanted them
Logical.
to know that
Yes,
Carlos King has a 20-year history of executive producing shows, many shows. I didn't even present all of the shows that he's presented. So he is
hmm,
not fly by night.
absolutely,
He's been around for a while. Yep.
absolutely,
And nobody else, brought him out. He helped her shine,
absolutely.
just in case,
Yeah, absolutely. And he's not no rookie. He's been
No,
in
he
the
is
game
not.
20 years,
He
20
is a
years.
professional.
And he started off at ABC News.
In 2004.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nicole say they watch this channel. One young lady came up yesterday and told Lady D she watches this channel to hear a different perspective. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So girl, look, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down.
Yeah, that's 2 hours.
Yes, we only can go 2 hours anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm going to email you, okay?
Okay.
And
Okay.
make sure you be checking your email because It's gonna be a lot. This gonna be,
Yeah,
like I said there and say, this is gonna be big. And the reason
yeah,
why it's gonna be
girl.
big because they was warned.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
know I'm
tried
bad with
before,
emails, but I will be on it. I will be checking.
tried before the fall.
Girl, I will be looking for it.
Yep. But she
Your
was
email.
warned. So now
Mm.
it's out now. Okay.
All
So
righty.
all right, good night, Lodge.
Good
And
night.
thank you very much.
All the time. Bye bye.
All right, bye bye. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Like I said there and say, we stand on our truth, and I hope you guys, stop running with all this false information, and do your proper research because Carlos King, he had many, many, many accomplishments, and not only many accomplishments, he opened many doors for his community. So don't sit there and despise nobody's beginning, okay, and try to go ahead and run with a false narrative. So, okay, Nicole Gibbons, thank you for coming in. Also, in my opinion, guys, make sure you go ahead and check her channel out as well. Also, Misbehaving, go ahead and check her channel out. And also, my mods, thank you very, very much. Bertha Raymond, Country Girl, Logical Speed, thank you all for coming in. And oh my God, there's so many. So and also the Cloud Watchers. Make sure you go ahead and however you feel led. If you want to go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So guys, on that note, good night.